Standing by is Abra Barbier. Abra, over to you.
Nompu, yes, from nervous students to very confident MPs. With me right now, I have Ms. Nobuntu Hlazo-Webster, who is representing Build One South Africa. In a nutshell, what is it that your party would like to hear the minister say in his speech today?
We want to hear decisiveness. We want to hear an understanding of what are the priorities of South Africans. We want to see a commitment to economic growth. Currently, only 1% of the budget is committed to job creation. We need to see more commitment to job creation. We want to see more investment in infrastructure. It currently stands at 14%, which is far from the 30%, which is the target for infrastructure investment. We want to make sure that there is no increase in taxes. We don't want an increase of the tax burden on South Africans. South Africans are so burdened as it stands now. It will have a ripple effect and will ultimately mean there's inflation. We don't want more debt. We can't see more debt. It's something that our children will suffer for if we see more debt in this budget speech.
This speech today has been touted as being one of the, if not the most important, because of the GNU and its commitments. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely. I said yesterday in an interview that what it will determine is whether the GNU is a breath of fresh air or just more hot air. And that's ultimately what we're going to see. And people, some of them will say, oh, but they've only been, here for 7 months. The reality is that now is the time to make the bold reforms. We've seen countries who've increased their GDP to the 5% that we are calling for as Build One South Africa. We've seen Rwanda do it. We've seen Vietnam do it. And that takes bold reforms. We cannot stick to the 3% that target of economic growth that the president has given, because that means we're only just surviving. We need to be able to move to 5% so that we're actually growing as an economy and that we're creating jobs. We cannot create jobs if we merely get to a 3%.
Thank you so much for your time. That was Build One South Africa, also concerned about jobs, concerned about tax. And of course, this is something that resonates with South Africans across the board. And we will be hearing more about that at 2 o'clock when the minister arrives here at the Dome to present his budget speech. Nompu?
Thanks very much, Abra, for that.